Hi, this is Shelly's Everyday Prepping Adventures. So I wanted to start growing some onions. I'm in Maryland and the weather is still a little cool, but we could plant them outside. But I was a little nervous about doing it just yet. So I went out to my shed and I found this container right here. Okay, I'm going to plant my onion sets in here, and then when it warms up a little bit, I'm going to plant them outside. So what I did was I went down to the Dollar Tree. We're going to see if this works. I believe it will. And I bought this potting soil for $1.25. This container is going to take almost 2 of those bags. So I've got 1 bag in there already. We're going to open this one. Pour it in, if I can get it open. There we go. It's open. Okay. I'm going to pour some more in here. Okay. It's coming along. There we go. We got it. And it did take both bags. So, and these bags are, let's see, 8 pounds each, but I do have to say that the dirt in here, the soil is very moist. So, okay, so I'm going to smooth it out and break up any of the dirt that may have clumped. Smooth it out. Okay. All right, and I'm going to take my onion sets and open them up. Okay, this is the sweet onion. I picked this up at my local Tractor Supply. Okay, some of them in the bag are already starting to sprout, so I wanted to get them in the ground. There you go, there's one. Okay, so you can read the back. It'll tell you how to plant them. Planting tips. Plant in early spring in well-drained, well-cultivated soil 4 to 5 weeks after planting. Side dress with fertilizer. Place the fertilizer in a narrow band about 2 to 3 inches from the base of the onion plants. Push the seeds 1 to 2 inches into the soil at 4-inch intervals for dry onions. Cover with a 1/2 inch of soil. Water immediately. So, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take each bulb, and now I'm not going to put them exactly 4 inches apart because I'm transplanting them. So I'm going to put them, well, it looks about 4 inches apart, I'll be honest with you. Okay, so I'm just putting them down into the dirt. I love the smell of onions. I love the smell of fresh dirt. Okay, so they're down. I'm going to push them all in here. Okay, and so I'm making 2 rows here, and they are about 4 inches apart. All right, and I don't know, I probably won't get this entire bag in this container, but I definitely want to get the ones that have sprouted in. Go. Now I think what I'm going to do, I have a few left. I think I'm going to do a 3rd row down the center. Again, they need to be 4 inches apart, but I am transplanting them. They're not going to stay in this container. So I'm going to go ahead and put another row in. Okay. And again. The soil is nice and moist. I have used it before for flowers. I'm assuming it'll work for the onions. At least I am hoping it will. I don't see why it shouldn't. Okay, so that's all I can get in there. There's a couple left in here. I might find another pot and put them in there. But now I'm going to take and cover them up about a 1/2 inch. So they're all covered. Got a 1/2 inch of soil over them. Okay, breaking up any dirt clumps you might find. Don't pack the soil. Just kind of, I give it a little pat. Not too hard. And there we go. So they're planted, and then I'm going to water them. And I'm going to put them in my greenhouse that, yes, is in my home. We set up this greenhouse about a week ago. And we were going to put it outside on our porch. And we decided that here where we live in Maryland, the wind is very strong. We're kind of up on a hill. So we were afraid that it would get destroyed or blown away. So I had the idea that we would put it right here in the living room in our big window. And the reason that I thought of that is because our window is on the south side. And I thought that's perfect for the sun's coming in. So we set it up. And I'm going to do another video on that later. But I'll show you what we've got growing in here. We've got some herbs. And we started our lettuce in here. And they are popping up. They were planted a week ago. But yeah, this has been interesting. We put a light in it. It stays nice and warm. The sun shines in. It's actually pretty perfect. Now, it doesn't have to be in here forever. We're going to leave it that way for a couple more weeks. And then we're going to start moving things outside. Okay? So, again, you can repurpose any pots you have. Buckets, pots. You can buy a bucket at the Dollar Tree for $1 and plant potatoes in it if you want. You can do so many things to help offset your costs at the grocery store. Yes, it does cost some money to purchase a few things, but what if it's not at the grocery store? What if you need something and it's no longer there? Then you can grow it. There's a really big learning curve to growing a garden, and not everybody's going to be successful at everything. So I suggest that you give it a try and plant some stuff, see how you feel about it. But again, you can repurpose almost anything. I live on a farm, so we have a shed out there full of buckets and different things. I'm going to wash them up, and I'm going to do some container gardening. I like the idea of containers because I don't have to get down too far on the ground, as I have some lower back issues. So that's what I'm going to try. And you are watching Shelly's Everyday Prepping Adventures. Please like, share, and subscribe, and tune in next time. We're going to talk about the greenhouse and some other things that I've planted. Have a wonderful and blessed day.